Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So the kind people at GAOMON have yet again sent me one more tablet for me to unbox and review. So thank you very much to GAOMON to, first of all, introducing me to these screen tablets, as well as constantly letting me try out a bunch of different screen tablets. Just a disclaimer, I am not keeping all the display tablets for myself. I am going to be giving them away to family and friends that I know that will be using them, because there's no reason for me to be hoarding like 4 to 5 different tablets. So this tablet is really big. I believe it's their biggest one in their lineup in terms of like graphic tablets, display tablets. It is a 21.5-inch screen tablet, and you saw me, I put a piece of A4 or letter sized watercolor paper to show you guys the size of the box, because this is really big. It's definitely the first time using such a large screen for drawing. So compared to my laptop screen, it's really big. So the previous tablet that I used was actually similar in size with my laptop, which I was fairly happy and very comfortable to use, but I was really intimidated by using this tablet because it is so big. But it definitely made drawing a little bit easier in terms of having enough room and my hand not feeling cramped, and it's just a lot of space to work with. So the GAOMON PD2200 will be having, I believe, a sale. You can check in the description for more information. So there's a bunch of different sales going on for GAOMON, so do check the description if you're interested in maybe purchasing a tablet for yourself or for a friend or a gift or anything. So feel free to check down below. This video is not a sponsor, so everything that I'm going to be saying is my true opinion about this tablet. So GAOMON actually sent me this tablet a few weeks ago, so I've gotten to test it out for quite a bit, and for the most part, very lovely experience. The packaging, first of all, was very nice. It definitely kept everything in place, nothing was damaged. For the screen itself, you do have to rip off this little plastic thing, which you can see here, which is really shiny, and after you peel this off, you are left with this kind of screen protector that's kind of like matte. It's kind of like an anti-glare screen protector, which is really nice. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's what it kind of sounds like. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but more about the specs. So I'll make sure to put the specs on the in the intro of the video so that you guys will know everything about it, but I'm just gonna quickly run through a few of the specs. But yeah, so as you can see, there's some of the settings you can see on the packaging right there, so when you receive it, you won't be lost in terms of what the buttons do. So the PD2200, I think, is about $679 Canadian. Not sure what that is in the US or any other currency, so you can go ahead and convert that, or check the links down below and check if it has it in your country. It is a fully laminated screen. It is a whopping 21.5 inches, which to me is actually super big and quite hefty. It has 8 hotkeys that reside on the left side of the tablet, and they are not like the usual buttons that you find on tablets where you can press and you can feel it physically pressing in like a button. It's more like a touch screen, so it's like touch sensitive, so that was a little bit different to get used to, but personally, I don't really use express keys or hotkeys when I use tablets. I am more used to using the keyboard because I use a wireless keyboard. I can kind of shift it to any place that I want, and I can just have multiple shortcuts. But 8 hotkeys is pretty generous in my opinion. Anywhere from like 6 to 10 I think is pretty good for having enough keys for your workspace. The pen is a wireless pen, so you do not need to charge it. It is battery free, unlike the other one that I review, which is I think the medium sized one, which had the charging pen, like you had to charge the pen. So here I'm showing you guys the stuff that came in the box, because the tablet and the stand were already put together into one, so there's not much to show. But here is the nibs, the nib holder kind of thing, the pen holder, as well as the nib replacer, so you can extract the nib from the pen and change the nib if necessary. And here's the pen. So the pen I'm going to show you guys is, this is the pen for the current tablet, so the PD2200, and I'm going to show you guys a comparison to the pen that I had for, I'll put the model number on the screen because I don't really remember which one it is. I definitely prefer the older model, which sadly is the one that you have to charge, just because it is a little bit more ergonomic. So I think that's pretty much my main like nitpicky complaint about this tablet. That's basically just it, I think. It's just the pen isn't my favorite. Everything else in the box is mostly just cords. So there are the USB cord that you plug into your laptop, as well as the back of the tablet. You will have the HDMI cord, and then 2 cords that will be for your power, like your power bar, and yeah. So I'm just showing you guys me kind of setting up a few of the cords and stuff. I did change my setup a little bit because I finally got a laptop stand, and hopefully that will help out with organizing everything appropriately. The cords are easy to group together and to plug in and set up, so that was really nice. You do have to download the driver online, and I do recommend that if you have any previous old drivers, you definitely need to uninstall those before installing this one if you would like this one to install properly. So I'm going to go into real time talking for a little bit, and I'll be back with talking more about the stuff in the speed paint part. Okay, so I wanted to record some stuff in real time so I can show you guys. So you guys are going to see me pretty much do this drawing of Kaya, and I actually wanted to show you guys a little bit, kind of like a demo or just a quick introduction of how well this works, I guess. So as you can see, this is really responsive. The screen's like absolutely huge, and I'm still trying to get used to the size. It's kind of nice because I can always just pop out a video and put it in the corner, and it's not really in the way of my workspace. But as you can see, this thing has really nice pressure sensitivity. It does take a little bit of time to calibrate the colors to whatever is your desired screen that you want to replicate. But yeah, so on the sides of the screen, I'll probably insert some shots so you guys can see better pictures and stuff of it, but they have these little like buttons, except for they're basically just touch sensitive. They aren't like indented or actual physical buttons, so they're just like on the side of the screen, and you can tap whatever you want. So there's an undo and a redo button on here, which is like really nice. You can also just set the buttons to whatever you want. So when you guys open up your little GAOMON settings like this, I don't know why that went away. You open up your GAOMON settings like this. As you can see, this is kind of like the about screen, so you can have your kind of different settings and stuff, and you can import and export your settings, which is kind of nice. Work area, so this you can probably work with if you wanted to extend the screen. Because of my Paint Tool SI version, I cannot do the extend the screen without having too much issues, so I just duplicate the screen. Digital pen, so as you can see, I actually left the pressure sensitivity at 0 this time, and it actually works quite well. I can get all my thick and thin lines with varying pressure. So yeah, I changed both of these buttons to mouse right button because I like to use the right click button basically to color pick. And keys. So the keys on here, you can only change the keys that are on the left side, and as you can see, it has like making the brush bigger, smaller, zooming in, zooming out, undo and redo, and then it has the hand and then the eraser. So those are kind of like the symbols that they have, but each individual one you can change to whatever like button you desire. So I have this one because I don't usually use a button to change to the eraser, so I used it for print screen because my current keyboard that I have, like my wireless keyboard, doesn't have a print screen button, and it's really annoying. So I can just hit this button and little print screen, which is really nice. Okay, so now that we have the majority of like the setting stuff out of the way, and you guys are probably familiar with changing the settings as well as pressure sensitivity, setting up your hotkeys or express keys and all that jazz, as well as like the buttons on your pen, I'm going to be showing you guys a kind of like a demonstration with basically me just drawing Kaya. I'm going to be drawing Kaya today from Genshin Impact just because I did a kind of like a quick sketch in one of my sketchbooks and I decided that the sketch was kind of cute, so I decided to do a digital version of this, and that's what you guys are going to be seeing primarily, I guess. So more about the tablet. So setting it up was really easy. So basically you just have to make sure to plug in a USB and HDMI cord into your laptop or your computer. This does not work with a mobile device, so definitely make sure that you have access to a computer or a laptop. So what I read online is that you need to make sure that your laptop or your computer has an operating system like Windows 7, 8, 8.1 or above, or for Mac users you have to use an operating system of 10.12 and above, I believe. So pretty sure that mobile users won't be able to use this tablet, but yeah, if you have access to a computer, this might be a tablet that you might be interested in. As you can see, using the tablet was actually quite straightforward because of just experience now. I think the first time I've used a display tablet like this, like a screen tablet that wasn't the iPad, is actually I think near August. So from August till now is what I've been trying to use more or less the screen tablets that were given so I can get used to them. So I haven't really touched my old Wacom tablet in a little bit, but that's okay. I actually really enjoyed using these kind of screen tablets, but it's definitely not necessary if it's not in your budget. There's definitely more budget-friendly tablets out there, but like brands like GAOMON are actually very affordable compared to higher-end tablet brands that might not be necessary for you to purchase just because a lot of you guys might be hobbyists or you're just starting to get into drawing digitally, so there's no reason to splurge a super big large sum of money on like a drawing device that maybe you don't like. So yeah, so I'm going to be switching back and forth between real time as well as speed paint version via screen recording and me actually working on the tablet. So hopefully you guys don't get too dizzy of me kind of flipping between 3 different kind of modes of drawing and stuff. But yeah, so for color calibration, it did take a little bit of finagling to change the colors to be as accurate as possible. I believe I talked about it earlier, but as long as you take the time to calibrate the colors to something that matches whatever device that you used to be looking at. So for me, it would be my laptop. And yeah, just take some time to calibrate. So you definitely should, like, if color is really important to you, I definitely think that you should try to do a little bit of research on the different settings. So there's a lot of like the color temperature, I believe there's the gamma, I believe there's like 3 settings that I had to change, and you can individually tweak like the red, the blue, the cyan, the yellow, the black, magenta, as well as like I believe, I don't know if it's in color temperature, it might be in a different setting, but you have to change the red, green, or blue, the RGB basically, and you can get it as accurately as you can. I would take a photo of my computer screen and the tablet screen to show you guys that it is fairly accurate of at least like how I have it set up, but the reason why I can't is because I can't just, like, the camera just doesn't pick it up the same way, but hopefully you guys can take my word for it. It's about like 90% the same as my laptop, 95% maybe, 90-95% similar to my laptop's colors. Now obviously my laptop colors aren't going to be like the exact colors of what things are going to look like if you're going to print the media or if you transfer files to your phone or your tablet. All devices have different varying like brightnesses as well as like the backlight and all that, so like pretty much no device looks like 100% exact, but you can just try your best to make it look as close as you can. So I believe I talked about the pen a little bit earlier, and the pen is like my main concern. This pen is similar to the PD1161, I believe, and I believe the PD1560. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself, so you can just read the text on the screen. And it's kind of like the smaller one and this one have the same pen, so they are battery-free styluses, but the stylus for like the middle version of this tablet brand, the one that has like around the 15.6 inch display working area, I believe, it has a more ergonomic feeling pen that feels a little bit more slender towards the tip, which makes it a little bit longer, but the base of it is a little thicker, so it's just easier to hold, that you're not gripping it for dear life. But I just feel like, I don't know, so this pen for me just took a little bit of getting used to again, just because I was using the other one for a little bit, and I definitely preferred that one compared to this one. This one is battery free, which is really nice, but yeah, I definitely prefer the shape of the other one a little bit more. Now, I read some other people's concerns about this tablet. So one was color, but I believe that if you just take the time to change the colors appropriately, you can probably get it as accurately as possible. Not only that, I usually have my laptop screen duplicated, but I might be changing that. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but for now, the other person's concern that I saw was that the buttons do not light up. Like I said, they don't have any physical touch like indication of where they are on your screen. They're just, it's like flushed with the rest of the screen, and it is just touch, so like you can just see like little imprints of them on your screen. So if you're working in a not well lit area, it might be hard for you to see your hotkeys or express keys. I know some people wish that the keys glow or something so that they can see them more easily, and even though I believe that it would be nice if there was like indication or if they could glow so you can see them more easily, the only reason I don't see that as a valid complaint is just because I feel like you shouldn't be drawing in the dark. The screen can be dimmed like a lot, but it's still too bright for me if you're in like complete darkness. And let's put it that way. If I have my desk lamp on and another lamp on, and they're just with like really warm light, and I have the tablet at the lowest setting, it's actually quite comfortable to use. But if you're using it in a pitch black room where you can't see your little express keys or your menu keys, you might be working in too dark of a space. That might be just my opinion, but like I guess that was a concern for some people. And the last thing I want to talk about is that if you're using Paint Tool SI like I do, for the most part, I only can use it when I'm duplicating my laptop screen, because I have both the actual version, so like the paid version of Paint Tool SI, and I have the pirated version. And the reason why I have the pirated version is because when I was younger, I didn't really want to pay for the program, but you should definitely support the developers and anyone who's worked on making such a nice program like Paint Tool SI. So when I got older, like in university, I paid for Paint Tool SI because I actually felt bad. So I have both versions, and basically, I believe the pirated version doesn't work if you extend the screen. The cursor will hug the left side of the screen, and it's not great. And I believe in the non-pirated version it does work, but the legit version of Paint Tool SI for me I just don't like. It's a little bit different, as well as I can't access my bookmarks as easily, and I use my bookmarks a lot, and it's not great. My workaround is that I forgot I downloaded Paint Tool SI 2. I think it's like the beta version or something. It's like the previewed version, so it's not like the actual finished version. But it works if I extend the screen, which is really nice. So I might be able to do that so I can have my laptop screen for videos or like reference material, and then I can use just the screen for drawing. So as you can see, I just popped out my phone so I can draw the calla lily a little bit more accurately. I forgot to talk about the drawing a little bit. So yeah, this is based off of a sketch that I had of Kaya in one of my watercolor sketchbooks, and I thought it was very cute. So I decided to do the sketch again on Paint Tool SI, and I threw in his hand holding like this calla lily, and I thought it'd be cute. If you guys have Kaya on your team, you know that you need calla lilies for him to be ascended. So yeah. I thought I'd just throw that in. And I kind of cute if he was like laughing like super loudly, kind of like, I feel like he's the type to laugh at you, not laugh with you. I don't know. He seems like more of like the teasing. I guess he's kind of like flirty. I don't know. I don't really mind. I feel like I draw Kaya a lot more than I thought I would, but it might be because like he is kind of like my main DPS, so I need more artifacts. I want to make a DPS Barbara. That's my goal at this point, and kind of raise up Fischl more. But yeah. Other than that, I think I have I don't really have any complaints about this tablet. This tablet's just big, it's hefty, it's supposed to stay like at your workplace or at home. It's not supposed to be meant to be moved. But yeah, cords, really easy to put them together and make sure that everything works well. And the one thing I don't like is the cords coming out from the right side, and actually, not a valid complaint. I think that's just on me, how I have my room set up. But yeah, this tablet's like really easy to use. I really like the amount of angles you can get with the tablet. You can go really quite flat, and you can actually go really quite like, I guess like vertical, which is kind of nice because my back aches a lot. So I like to switch from kind of looking downwards to propping it back up, and it's just better for my wrist sometimes. As for the glove, I think I showed that I didn't open the glove because I've been using the glove from a certain box for quite a while. So I'm just going to replace this glove that I didn't open and put it back in the other box so that whoever gets the tablets later on, like my family friends or friends that will be getting it, they can have a new glove that's not tainted by my sweat. But yeah, I don't think I have too much to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me paint Kaya though. I had a lot of fun drawing him and using kind of like bright, cheerful colors, even though he's, I don't know, I just had fun drawing him for the most part. I feel exhausted at this point. I can't even speak that well. I feel like I have a lisp at the moment. But hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I'll talk to you guys next time with a video, hopefully, of Zhongli, maybe, depending, maybe it's Child. I don't know who I'm gonna have filmed before this. I'm kind of like tired out by drawing on the iPad. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!